came out here, show our support, stop the pipeline right here, the desecration of our sacred mother, our water. You know, so this is for the future generations. This is for all of our people out of Colorado that help donate, help support, keep coming back and forth to the camp to be a part of it. You know, this is what we got to do to really change our future right now, is be right here in the front lines. So
I welcome you all to come back, and I'm sure that your movements know that what they're using against us right now is time as a tactic to dwindle our numbers. So I invite you to come back and know that you do have a safe place here when you do come. Wopila.
I'm from the Wankia Petati Oshbay. We're the Fire Lightning family in Wounded Knee, South Dakota. I'm here with my community, so I've also been here since the beginning of this camp. Not the beginning, but I've been here since there was just a few people. And it's amazing to see how massive it has grown. And these little roads got street names now.
Same thing with all the insects. They lay all their eggs in the water.
Been waving that baton, carrying it all to other countries, other nations see that. They see that flag held high, they see that energy. So I want to give our relatives here who've been holding it down some time to address the crowd here. So please give it up for our youth here holding it down for Standing Rock. Aho.
Hi, good morning, good morning. It's so amazing to see all you guys here being participated in all this, because this is good. Being able to give our youth the voice to tell them to tell the elders what we want, because this pipeline is not only going to affect them, it's going to affect us and our children, and so on and so forth. I really want to commend you guys for what you're doing here, coming, contributing, raising your voices, not standing in silence anymore. I commend you. Commend yourself, because that is the first step to decolonization. That is the first step. I've been here since April 2nd at Sacred Stone Camp. Standing Rock actually put the call out to all the youth across the Indian country to come stop this pipeline and help them in their efforts. My youth movement, the One Mind Youth Movement, located in Cheyenne River, the first ones to come here, and we've been here since the beginning, and we'll be here until the end. A lot of people forget that youth started this, and the youth really need to come back and regain that role, because they are going to be our leaders of tomorrow. They are leaders today, and they need to be recognized for that. I am in head of a youth council here that has held a meeting since 3 days ago. All youth, all mentors are all welcome. Come if you feel youthful, you're a youth. But I really want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, just to see this grow from 5 people to over 3,000 strong. That was amazing. That was to see all 62 nations from across the world, from across the Turtle Island, to see us all united. This has not happened in over 200 years. 200 years, family never seen each other. There were intermarriages that got lost. We got to see our relatives, our families that we haven't seen in generations. People get to come here and unite, to be here and to stand with us in unity and solidarity.
Fuel, Red Dog over here, Standing Rock, Red Warrior Camp, kicking with some of the warriors that have come out here. Just want to give some love back to everybody who has been supporting and keeping the Red Warrior Camp healthy, and giving us the things that we need to be out here in the front lines and doing good work for the people. You know, water is life. This is the water that we're fighting for right behind us, that they want to take that pipe through. And so some of the brothers here are going to talk about what brings them here to defend it in the way that they decided.
Jacob Berko from Fort Belknap, Montana, over here in Standing Rock, South Dakota. Hanging out with people, meeting people.
Zamini slash nakadene, yaji nakadene. Colonial name is Charles Alaris. Just out here giving my support and here for the water. Protect it.
Stuk, Wichak Peluta, Red Star, Candelaria, coming from Ohlone Territory, Bay Area of California, village of Yalamu, Huchin, Tamayan. And just coming out here to support our relatives, because water is life, and all water is sacred, and we have to stand in self-defense with Mother Earth. So we're all connected, we're all children of this earth. So come here to stand with the people and stand for Mother Earth.
Stuk, my name is Anthony Sewell. I'm coming out of Oakland, village of Huchin. Rumson Ohlone, which is out of Monterey and Carmel area, California. I'm here to stand with the water. We come from ocean people, and so we bring that ocean out here to the Midwest and to the rest of the areas out here. Hopefully bring that medicine and also to fight, and do whatever is necessary to do what we need to do. And so we stand in solidarity, and we're here right here on the front lines.
This last song before I pass it over, I'm gonna sing an ocean song. Comes from the ocean. Talk about the ocean, and traditionally our people would sing it along the coast, and they would dance along the coast, up and down with the waves, going back and forth, riding with the waves. And so yeah, I'll just bring that ocean medicine out here from the West Coast, from the Bay Area. Oesha, 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 Shenaya, 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 Enoya, Oesha, 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 Shenaya, 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 Enoya, Oesha, 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 Shenaya, 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 Enoya, Oesha, 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 Shenaya, 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 Enoya. Oh, Alas.
Alright, anybody want to step up right now, right here? We want to hear all your voices. If not, I'm just going to keep talking. Chase is going to keep talking. We could do this all day. Like, we've been doing it as an open mic, and before we've done a lot more. This was like last minute decision to set this up. And so before we kind of invited more youth out here, and it's been incredible to watch them get up and gain that confidence in speaking, and some of them are just born with it. It's crazy. Like, they just have these incredible voices, these incredible messages, and a lot of times as adults we neglect what the kids have to say, and it's a shame because there's so much that we have to learn. There's so much that we forgot, and we need to value that. We need to value that and protect it and uphold it. So I'm gonna pick one to do, but I want to keep encouraging people to come on up here. So again, my name's Alas, and I've been here volunteering as a medic, and a great deal of that was because I've been working with Native youth for the past 3-4 years, doing these hip hop programs with them, and it became apparent that we're in these situations where we do wilderness survival training, or we do canoe journeys, or we put ourselves in kind of precarious situations where it's necessary to make sure that we can take care of our own people. We need to be able to take care of our own people if they get hurt. We need to be able to feed our own people when we're hungry. We need to be able to birth our own babies. Like, we need to have all of these skills to build everything that we've been building here, and to come together. And we can't rely on the external, because if they give, they take away. We saw it up here with the Department of Health had 3 trailers up here that were a trauma triage, first aid,
They had the water supply, and they pulled all that like 4 or 5 days ago because they said, you know, it was too volatile here or something. But like, so that's all right. You know what I mean? Like we got our medics here. We have things in the works for a larger scale medical presence here. So we have doctors here. You know, I'm an EMT, but we have people up the levels that support this movement, and they want to make sure that we're all healthy and strong to keep this up. So I just want to get up for all the people who have been, you know, making it possible for us to provide for ourselves, and it's been coming in from all nations, from all over.
Red Warrior Camp would like to thank the communities of Denver and Pueblo for your solidarity and for your love for water.
Yo, we want to thank the Four Winds in Denver, American Indian Movement of Colorado. We want to thank our veterans that supported, and just our greater Denver community. The Gay and Lesbian Fund, the homies over at City Wild. You know, it took a lot of people to pitch in from the Denver community. So, cool, thank you very much.
I said clap back, where my people at, we bout to clap back. Where my natives at, we bout to clap back. Where my raza at, we bout to clap back, clap back. Freedom's all I wanted, but I couldn't afford it. My baby's got the spirit, just brilliant and gorgeous. Oh yes, the self-defense endorsement, always a quiet one, no she about to load it, hold it. It's some more about to load it, oh shit. And the whole body is supported, like go ahead. Le dicen dale mija, come on now, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, clap back, give them a standing ovation. Gotta tear this all down to rebuild all of our nations. We do it on the track and we could do it on the record. Got killers on the team, we could take all of the pressure. Óyeme aquí, escúchame ahora. Esto va aquí, esto mi mano de obra. Cuando tomas de la tierra, siempre se cobra. Cuando tomas de mi gente, siempre se cobra. Aquí no se presta y aquí no se regala. Cada vez que nos robas, la deuda se paga. Cada vez, cada vez, cada vez. Yeah, cada vez como ves. I say clap back, when my people at, we bout to clap back. When my raza at, we bout to clap back. When my natives at, we bout to clap back, clap back. Oh, 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 clap back. Say, oh, oh, clap back. Say, oh, you heard about me, word of mouth, bringing heat from the south. Cause I got up and got out, somehow I did it without no role models, I had no one to follow. Only got my life together when I put down the bottle. And all my people with it, protecting the spirit, strength in the struggle now. Holler if you feel it, say holler if you feel it. Come on, one more time. I said clap back, when my people at, we bout to clap back. When my raza at, we bout to clap back. When my natives at, we bout to clap back, clap back. Clap back. Alright, so thank y'all for being out here sweating with us in the heat. This was, like I said, a last minute thing because we wanted to be able to, you know, provide a space for us all. The music keep the spirits high, you know. It's crucial to our movement to be able to you know, come together, sing together.
My name is Waniki Elwi Loudhawk. I come from the 1851 Treaty Territory. Today we are standing with all people that hold the water sacred. We come here north of Standing Rock, and we stand and we camp out. We camp and we are here to protect the water, you know, for our future generations. As a Lakota, we are always taught to defend and protect this way of life. And through our whole way of life, our ceremonies and who we are, we would not be Lakota without our water. And so today we come and we camp out and we're gonna protect this water.
This is where it begins. This is where it starts. Each person that comes here, is reawakened. It's reawakened by the spirit of the Mother Earth and the water. It lives within us. Our mother gives us her blood, her water. 90% of our body is made of water. She flows within us. We need it every day. You can go more than 7 days without eating, but you cannot go more than 7 days without drinking water. It is essential. It is essential to our way of life. When these pipeline makers tell us that we do not need water, they are condemning themselves. They are committing suicide because you cannot live without water. Anybody who disagrees with that is already dead. It's a powerful thing, and I encourage each and every one of you to keep on this fight, because right here, this is where it starts. Grassroots movement. It's where everything grows, everything strong, everything natural. Everything man-made breaks, even laws, even the government. They leak, they break. Everything man-made breaks. It does not last forever. That's what they need to know. That's what we are here to tell them. Us as U.S. citizens, us as human beings, we need to hold our government accountable for what they're doing. Because there are thousands of nations, thousands of people that are going through this same struggle each and every day. This is not only about us. This is not only about the Dakotas. This is not only about indigenous people. Because they need to realize that they were once a tribe. The white people, they have tribes. The Vikings, the Celtics, they are tribes. They need to honor that and reclaim that, because you do come from somewhere. This is a camp of many nations. Whether white, yellow, red, or black, we are all sacred people. And I'm really honored to be here. I really encourage you guys to come to our meetings. Everybody's welcomed, and all of you guys are amazing. And I want my youth to be able to talk to you, so you can tell us your story, where you come from, how you got here. That's what I want our youth to realize. That's what I really want our youth to listen, because we are here to learn from each other. And thank you guys. I love you all. So I just literally pulled her out of nowhere. I don't know if she even knows what we're doing. But every time I've heard her speak, Jason, I've been super impressed, because at that age, I definitely did not have it together the way that the youth out here do, and it's a testament to the ancestral strength that these youngsters carry and the roles that they're going to fulfill. Y'all just give it up for her one more time. Shit, they're organizing themselves amazingly.
This song's called My People. I wrote it with a lot of our nations, a lot of our allies, a lot of our indigenous communities in mind, knowing that we have to come together to stand together. We can't do this alone. Living in this life, I'm caught up in the struggle. What's the puzzle? It wasn't until I found a hustle I could build upon the rubble. Become humble, gather the pieces, I continue breathing. Steady, calm, and ready. My mind to be heavy, my body naked pain, and my bones about to break. Those chances I'ma have to take, yeah. And opportunities, well, I need to create and make ways for my people, for my people. But I'm feeling like I'm stuck in the maze. My guiding hand be coming for my warrior ways. Although some opposed say, hey, we not the same, I'm here to reclaim and occupy the state of mind they've been trying to break down since the date they came. Saying on my name, it don't matter. The revolution will never be shattered. Well, after my time has come and gone to be singing the songs, my people will gather, come together and remember through all of the pain. Yo, we working for a better tomorrow. Today, said we're working for a better tomorrow. Today, yeah, yeah. When I say hip, y'all say hop, hip, hip. When I say no, y'all say pipeline, no, no. When I say hip, y'all say hop, hip, hip. When I say no, y'all say pipeline, no, no. See, I'm gone, I'm about to break.
My name is Angelita Chigup, and I traveled from Utah, from the Ute Indian Tribe Reservation. I been accompanied by 2 more of my family members who came in support of the Dakota Access Pipeline to support the Sioux Standing Rock tribe. Your turn.
And my name is China Lamone. I'm also with my grandmother here. We came down to help support the tribe and to protest the pipeline as well.
You and your grandma came together, huh?
Yeah, we decided to be a part of history because
Wow.
this is history.
Get it.
Standing strong at Standing Rock. Standing strong at Standing Rock. That's who we are. That's our motto for today, tomorrow, next year, forever and forever.
I strive to rise to the occasion, constantly persuaded by the persuasions. My mind's been mentally invaded with alien thoughts not meant for this earthly native. Sedated by the system of drugs, sex, and money they've created, living lifestyles of the unconscious and faded. I try to manifest my destiny, feeling like America's gotten the best of me, like expansion of the lands headed westwardly, Treaty of Guadalupe and the Louisiana Purchase on the press release, hiding a system built to treat my people oppressively, stars and stripes instead of blood and guns, and that shit ain't impressing me. Shout out to Colorado. This is Red Star coming from Maloney territory. Much love to all our brown berets, all the movement out there representing in Denver, Pueblo, all the places in Colorado. Much love, AIM, to American Indian movement, all the relatives working hard out there, changing the Indigenous Peoples Day, changing it back to what it should be. Thank you very much. Love.
We're witness to the power of a people united, never divided, connected through this ritual of flying, soaring with the eagles, exploring new heights like destroying the evil. Yo, this torment is lethal, like the weapons all these cops be possessing, shooting in the crowds of children just to kill the insurrection like Roman soldiers on the heels of the resurrection, closing borders and tortured fields by orders of the Senate. Jesus is black, Reagan's the devil, government plan 9/11, new lesson, Nixon and Kissinger killed the Reverend Allende for spreading all the peace in his message, and now the devils dictate the seat to distorted rhetoric and rotten politics is how they rule the continent. How the movement of the people gets labeled as communists on the premise that red human beings are wrong like economists. Capitalists are the catalyst for spreading of godlessness, the doctrines, the documents, false like prophets and promises. Models while with dominance, raven corporate conglomerates, but leaders foresee the consequence. Keep a name on chains, it's like Barack Obama with hollow tips. Acknowledge us and follow us, do not try to conquer us. We from the streets, which means we escape material bondages for free. As the caged birds that sings the cracked liberty bells that never fully ring, or the movements of a shackled person chained to human beings, constricted, restricted, convicted, depicted as a malicious and vicious indigenous slum village. Lord willing, yo, may this ignorance be bliss, cause truth is knowledge and knowledge is light. They gon' burn when it hits. Truth is knowledge and knowledge is light. They burn when it hits. Says truth is knowledge and knowledge is light. What? Truth is knowledge and knowledge is light, right?
Are you tired of working with me? My name is Andrew Kelly. I happen to be a Navajo from western part of the Navajo Nation. I came here because I felt it was very honorable to honor our Lakota people and all people.
So you rode here on your bike?
I rode here 3 days of riding. I enjoy riding. I've been riding since I was 17 years old.
How was the ride?
It was a very good ride, except I didn't bring no weather gear. Therefore, I bought froze from Craig, Colorado.
So here, huh?
To right here. I put on my wet gear to stay warm. Another reason I came is because I happen to be a Vietnam veteran, and there are a lot of veterans in the Lakota Nation. And I feel that we need to be heard as veterans. Also, this bike here was given, the name was given to me by a Lakota from Kyle, South Dakota. And I named it Indian Hippie because he thought I was acting like some sort of a hippie in the middle of the Vietnam War.
Huh.
That's it.
Is there anything maybe you want to say other Navajos to get them support, or what would you say to other people thinking about supporting?
I believe all nations need to support the Dakota because it affects all of us. These things that the government signed with us, treaties, and every last treaty has been broken. We need to keep them accountable. Our young seventh generation children will do that if we stand in our place.
We're talking about water and the importance of water. I know we know the importance of water in our ceremony. You maybe have a story that the Navajo people have about the importance of water, or
water is essence of life. A lot of our Navajo people listen to Christianity nowadays, and in Christianity, life is in the water. Therefore, I believe in the native ways, and without water, nothing can survive. Very vital.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. Anything
Yes,
else
sir.
you might want to say that I missed? Or
Actually, I appreciate folks like these people standing there, these young people, because we all need to be here. It doesn't matter if you're an alien from outer space. We just need to support one another.
I hope, bro.
I'm in the midst of my prime, Robin Hood with my crimes, making sure we staying healthy at every meal time. Hey, you can be my lookout if you got some spine. Don't be making this music just cause I can rhyme. I stay making this music to neutralize the messages that be telling you to die. You're killing yourself. No, you're killing me with you when you're killing yourself. No, you're killing me with you. Y'all try for a minute to get these words out. Talking for no reason, ain't what I'm about. So any speech you hear from me has got a deeper meaning. Not a college student, but I still be dreaming. Don't sip scissor, but I still be leaning. Love to see the sellouts, change the squirm, be dodging this knowledge like it was germs. Cause truth is a crucial part of it all, so we take it back. Every last and part to try to act like they down, but I can spot it imposter from a mile away. Step to me, that's what I hear my mama say. Tú no te dejes, mija. That's how I was raised. Tú no te calles, mija. That's how I was raised. Así dice el machista, ahí viene la maldita, la flaquita, la que siempre me grita, con mí siempre se desquita, no sé por qué no le gusta que le digas mamacita, hey chiquita. Do you know the meaning of the word fatigue? Walking everywhere at TikTok feed, cause full sick they entitled, stalking down the street, knowing predators stay creeping, there you fuck with me, about to catch a beat, and I keep rocks in my pockets, mace on my chain, while your homies don't show restraint, they fully prepared to catch a case, get murked if your pleasure means my pain. I want to say that part again real quick, a cappella. Do you know the meaning of the word fatigue? Walking everywhere at tip-top speed, cause fools think they're entitled to stalk you down the street, knowing predators stay creeping, till you fuck with me, about to catch a beat, and I keep rocks in my pockets, mace on my chain, warrior homies don't show restraint, they fully prepared to catch a case, getting murked if your pleasure means my pain.
So think about, like, what has been your experience so far since you've been out here?
It's unexplainable. A lot of nations at one time for water. Protect it. You know. A lot of life comes from it. I don't see why anybody would want to destroy it, as well as the people that have always survived from it.
What's it like being around a lot of different native folks from all over? Like, who are some of the people you met or the places that they're from?
Family. Like family over here. For one, just here, praying. Taking back the ways of how we once lived, how we want to still live. So it's amazing.
Revolution begins with setting the aesthetic standard.
Anybody know where that's at?
Revolution means going back to the beginning. That's what Russell Means always said. By setting the aesthetic standard and saying this is what is good, our people want to put down roots. If anybody that shows promise is shipped out to be able to make it elsewhere, we have no roots. No wonder we're ruthless if we're rootless. But if our people can have good
Also,
stuff
we have
too,
another representative here.
then our children become enchanted and
Just
fall in
pull
love with their nation. They fall in love with themselves.
Why don't you say a few words?
And the cycles of syndemic oppression begin to cease and are replaced with the
We need help
cycles
over there. Some of the
of
young
continued
ladies to
symbiosis
serve the food.
and life.
Men, women.
The name Lakota means friendship in action, to be friendly. And so Sitting Bull was a very friendly man. They'll say he was a fierce warrior. He wasn't fierce, he was really nice. He was in love. He was in love with his people and his children and his wives and his land. And so he'd throw his life away even though he knew who he was. He was a great man. And so an example like this here is a very powerful symbol, and I'm just honored to be able to bring it to you. It's not me that did it, it's the result of everybody throwing in something and taking responsibility, feeding me even, seeing that I can paint, therefore making me able to paint better and better. But again, it's not me. We're all the culmination or lack thereof of our people's love. And Cheyenne, Northern Cheyenne have loved me, and even the Crows have welcomed me in. I've been living in a teepee now for 6 years, and living by the sale of my art to Indians. $20 an original. So, thank you. Wopila lila chichualo, defenderigo. Wambli we woke here machiapalo. Malakota ma woke o hechetualo. Dakuya.
These guys, they're like scoundrels. Corps of Engineers are like enemies to the environment. They claim they're building dams, building roads, building this, but they are destroying the environment. In a nutshell, that's who they are. The Corps of Engineers is not our friend today. It wasn't our friend yesterday. It has never been our friend.
Okay, so you see, when our bodies we don't have bodies, we have spirits first. The spirit is what's last. The spirit, which is a star, it's light. It comes from the star nations. When they come to this planet, they land in a womb of water. And water is life. That's what we get our bodies in, water. And water is life. That's the beginning. That's the first stage. And we need it it's the first medicine. It's everything. It's what keeps us healthy. If it's clean, we're going to be healthy. If it gets a little dirty, it's going to affect us. We all know that.
Once again, where you guys come from?
Minneapolis.
Twin Cities.
Minneapolis, and we got a lot of love for the land as well. We know that our struggles are tied together, and so yeah, just much love and support. We're here to be here for like everybody, and to like be under the leadership of what our family is doing, what our indigenous family is doing. So yep,
And
we're
we
here.
know, we know we have a similar fight in Minnesota too, with Enbridge and these pipelines, and a struggle anywhere across the region is something we'll all stand in solidarity with. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
First off, I want to
say in my native language, my Dakota name is Lightning Boy. I hail from the Maniwakan Oyate, the Spirit Lake Nation. It's definitely something that, like I told my brother, it's a once in a lifetime thing, because I don't think we're all ever gonna see this happen again in our lifetime. They said there's over 80 nations that showed up here. You know, I can't remember the last time I've ever heard of even gathering of nations. I don't even think that gets that many tribes there. So like I said, this is the real gathering of nations. What we're doing here is all for one purpose. What we're doing is all one prayer, one mind, one heartbeat. And that's what our whole culture is based around. One belief, one heart, one mind. So I'm just gonna share this song with you. And in the beginning it has John Trudell, rest in peace. But I remember I put out a song last year and I sampled an interview from him. And he actually wrote me on Facebook. And he said, keep going. He gave me a lot of words of encouragement. And I wanted to meet him, but I didn't get the chance to. But just having the fact that somebody I really looked up to, how he was able to give me some words of encouragement, that really helped me out a lot. But I'm gonna play this song, and you know, I'll admit right now, I wrote this literally like 3 days ago. If I messed up, you know, that's my bad. But like I said, I never practiced this. But
with the water situation,
this is
see, it's like the way it is right now with us with the water situation, is because anything could happen, and it's like, what if they come in and try to take us off, and besides that, everybody should have water. I mean, God gave it to the land, and we have a right to it. He didn't give it to the United States government. We've got a bigger point than that. We're saying, we're talking about law. We're talking about respect as a people, respecting a people as a people. We're talking about more than poverty. We're talking about honor. We're saying, you've never dealt with us honorably, United States, ever. And it's time that you start doing so, because we're not going to allow it to continue. We can't. Problems for the Indian people are within the United States government. Problems that we're having is the federal government is allowing the state government to break a treaty that was signed between the Indians and the Indian people and the federal government. And that treaty is a law. We're talking about things like this. We're talking about, if we're free, we want the right to make our own decisions. We don't want the great white father image anymore looking down on us, making the decision for us. And we're concerned about people, the reservation people, the people on the reservations that are being forced to assimilate or die out. We're worried about things like our language and our culture. And we want this on our own terms. We don't want to be able to hang on to it because the federal government says we can keep this much and we can keep that much. It's part of us. And we want it all.
Rest in peace, John Trudell. How y'all feeling? Y'all make some noise. Hey.
My people been fighting before I was born. I light up this stage right before I record. The government broke all the treaties before. This time around we won't take it no more. Wanna find us, we'll be standing with our fists tied. They try to kill us off, it'll never happen this time. Wanna find us, we'll be standing with our fists tied. They try to kill us off, it'll never happen this time. Let me paint a picture that can wash away the ignorance. Play it through the speakers just to make sure that they listen in. We treat it like prisoners in this country that we living in. Everything is fine till it's oil that we swimming in. Companies are acting like this fuel is unlimited. Ignoring repercussions just cause they don't have to live with it. Let me come and dig a hole up in your front yard. Guaranteed it will be long before this cop car. They saying that we hostile cause we chose to make a stand. When the oil starts to spill, then it will desecrate the land. These companies don't care because it's all part of the plan. 7th generation, man, the future's in our hands. The reason that we fighting is because this is our lifeline. Looking at these workers screaming you in your pipeline. They don't care about the women, they don't care about the children. So what would make you think that they would care about your feelings? Hey, I would die before I let my knees suffer from an oil leak. They don't understand the chemicals will leave the soil weak. Then it won't be long before the grass turns brown and the rivers turn black. Rivers turn black. So leave it in the ground, pack it up and turn back. This ain't about economy, this ain't about race. This ain't about the money or another court case. We can't let it go to waste. They call us protesters, but they don't understand we defenders and protectors. Praying that Takashala will watch us and protect us. The government is hoping that we give up and surrender. They hate to see our native nations gathering together. This is more than just historic, this will always be remembered. We got the whole world watching, we don't need CNN, we don't need Fox News, we'll be fighting till the end. When's the last time this country honored a treaty? Our children gonna suffer while the high-class kids go to school in Indian weedies. If this line gets finished, then our water will be ruined. The general population never saw us as a human. Obama said that he would help us out, but where they at, though? They want us all gone, man. That's a fact, bro. They set up blockades, but we headed on the back road. Forget about the president. The government's the nemesis. The cops are feeling threatened. They remove us from the premises. All some oil and a couple billion Benjamins. Hey, like I said, my people been fighting for years. Before I was here, before any of us were here. This ain't nothing new. But like I said, the 7th generation has been foretold that there's a black snake. There's prophecies from back before we were even born. They said there's a black snake that's going to try to come through our land. And the 7th generation is going to be the ones to do something about it. Look at all the runners that ran to D.C. It was all children. 7th generation. This has been told way before we were even born. But like I said, we're the ones that need to do something about it. We're the ones that need to stand up. Like I said, I told a lot of people this back home that, you know, I heard people hating on people for coming to the protest. They said, oh, there's fake warriors. They ain't really about that. Yeah, but they're here. You're not. What's going on right now is bigger than any one person. This is about the future generation. This is about everybody coming together as one. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what race you are. If you believe in this, you know, you're showing support. That's what it's about. And that just goes to show how powerful our people are. Weren't they threatening to call in the National Guard? They were trying to make up lies saying we had weapons because they're afraid of all our native people coming together as one. Look what happened when they did back then. We're the only people to ever defeat the U.S. government in battle. That's why they're scared. That's why when you hear the racist stuff going on, they're scared. Because we're supposed to be living their stereotype that they put on us. We're supposed to stay that way. We step out of line according to them. We're supposed to just sit here and let things happen the way it's been happening. But like I said in this song, government broke all the treaties before. This time around, we won't take it no more. And that's why it's on us to stand up. That's why it's on everybody here. Everybody needs to do something about it. Even if it's picking up trash here, even if it's just telling somebody, you know, help out, even if you go help out, anything helps. And that's what our whole culture, that's what our whole nation is based upon, is helping each other. All that money don't matter. That money don't matter because, you know, when that's gone, we're going to still be here the same way we always have been. They tried to kill us off many times, but we're still here. So like I said, my name is Stuart James. I'm from Spirit Lake Nation. I love everybody here. I got love in my heart for everybody that showed up. Just want to say thank you guys for letting me share some words with you.
Shout out to the Ute tribe.
Shout out to the Ute Indian tribe to support this cause, and we want to tell our families we're safe and we made it up here, and it's such a great occasion to see all these teepees and camps in support of this cause.
Yeah, it's a really great feeling being around all of these tribes and all of these people that have come together. It's not just tribal members, it's tons of people from around the state, around the, you know, America here to help support these people, because water is water. You can't drink oil. Yeah.
Is there a special, why is water special to you, for you people? Do you have a story about your water and why it's important for you, or why you were taught that it's important?
Well, water is our livelihood, and it is involved in a lot of our ceremonies and our feast. And before we partake of it, especially during certain ceremonies, it's blessed before we can partake the water, and that it is the most important resource on Mother Earth. It cannot be replaced like oil and gas. Oil and gas is such a destruction to Mother Earth.
There are different ways to get energy. We're in the past. It's time to move forward and realize what's really important, and that's sustainability, water, and life.
I just want everyone to know that we are gonna be here until we stop this pipeline. We ain't going nowhere because this water means everything to us. So in a respectful way, I ask you to come and support us by any means that you can. And I just want to say that we are thinking of your children and your grandchildren so that they will have good drinking water for the future. And that's, as Lakota people, we we think 7 generations ahead, and that's what I am here. That's why I am here, is to stand up for the next 7 generations.
This is a river song that comes from my people. It's about two relatives that met at the mouth of the Carmel River that goes into the ocean. Ikamaheya wakamahayane yane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane yane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane yane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane yane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Ikamaheya wakamahayane. Oh.
Feels like the government breaking a treaty. That's all it feels like. Like, man, it feels like it's repeating history. Repeating. So it seems like it happens.
Yeah. Anything?
But this pipeline, so our ancestors fought for their land, the gold, and that's what they said the war was about, was the gold and the Black Hills. But Lakotas didn't have a use for gold. We were just defending our land. Now we are being forced to play our role, which is the people who belong to this land. We are being forced to play our role. We are like the conscience of this continent. We're the ones that tell people the way it is, but yet a lot of times we get called crazy Indians because it's too truthful. Truth hurts people, and it really does. I'm all about bringing people a paradigm shift. I want them to wake up from this lie we all live. There is a huge lie.
Oh yeah, there we go. Check it out. Appreciate y'all being out here in the heat. Yeah. From beats to mics, it reaches your soul. To meet and greets and traveling to shows, I bring serenity in all my songs. Feel the energy that makes you strong. From beats to mics, it reaches your soul. To meet and greets and traveling to shows, I bring serenity in all my songs. Feel the energy that makes you too strong. I never let a rapper get the best of me. My recipe, a melody, defeating all my enemies. The assembly of inner peace, yo, was gifted to me by the ancient beings. I continue and forever will be praying for this energy, filled with positivity. The epitome of living free resides in these beats, in these lines of paper sheets. Through closed eyes I can see this is more than merely music. More moving souls for the movement, 7 gen for the movement. It's important that we keep moving.
I know we want to be here to stop the pipeline, but what do you think you'll take away from this when you leave?
There ain't nothing impossible, man. There's a lot of great things we can do to keep making a brighter future for our children.
hey, hi, hey, hi, hi, hey, hey, hi, 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 hey, hi, hey, hey, hi, hi, hey, hey, hi, hey, ho, hey, hi, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Crazy how my love life goes. Crazy Indian girls I chose. Yeah, hey, first one burnt up all my clothes. Next one damn near broke my nose. Last one snagged out half my bros. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey,